welcome. Doing something a little bit different today. Just join up with the Infinity Boys. I might even get chucked out of this lobby because I haven't given them asked permission to do this, but I'm here anyway. Messing about my phone, getting it horribly wrong. Here we go. Right then. So I believe we are due to start any second now. I've got my coffee. I'm bored on a Tuesday night. Let's see what the Infinity Boys are all about. There we go. So we have. Let's have a look at the field. We've got a full 13 runners and riders. Go back in because I think they're due to about to start any moment now. Here we go. Right, let's play a game. There's a guy, the yellow team over there. There's a guy playing hide and seek with someone. He's crouching down at the moment. He's waiting. He's waiting. Up he comes! Someone's going to go past. And all of a sudden he's going to realise that someone he doesn't want to see is coming along. And for whatever reason, he's got to squat back down again and hide. There he goes. He's hidden. You can't see him. Rubbish pit crew he is. Green team haven't got anyone playing hide and seek, have they? Anyway, enough of that. No more hiding. Oh, green team thinking about it. Right, so here we go. Yamagawa Miyabi, Kyoto. Let's just call it Kyoto. McLaren's in first place there, the GR4s with Richie and CJW Racing, Vino, the LFC, Mutt. Closely followed behind. I'm not getting a chance to go and have a look at the rest of the field. We'll start with, let's go all the way back. Let's go someone sort of mid-pack. And we are away! Right, is it going to give me any kind of views? No, Mental Nev gets a slow start there. Coming into turn one. Let's go up the field. Here we go. So, give me anything else? No, I'll just go to the standards. Right, so everyone's cleanly through the nice big field here, through turn one, coming up the hill. CJW Racing is in the lead, got ahead from Vino here in second. The Richie has gone back from pole position into third place. It's going to show you the tyre. We're all on racing mediums. This is the 40-minute race. Nice slide there from the Richie. Coming around this long left-hand turn. Vina doing really well in the GTR to hang with these McLaren boys, but sorry, Mercedes boys. In the meantime, here comes this field streaming down. There's three side by side coming down this hill though. Look at this, Fat Pickles going upside Macreeda. This really tricky sharp right hand turn. The apex throws the back wheels off. So you can wheel spin quite easy. Macreeda side by side though with Fat Pickles holding his line. It's all coming through quite cleanly now. Just looking at the map at the top right, everyone's cleanly through apart from Aaron. Total Rose. Oh, disaster for Aaron. What happened to Aaron? I'm afraid I can't rewind it. Have a look. But in the meantime, CJW Racing has been harassed here from Vinny. It's not let me go to any other view apart from this, I'm afraid. So Vinny's going to try and go around the outside, maybe use the four-wheel drive of the GTR to climb back up the hill and get past CJW, but no. Mercedes Grunt is coming out there. Vinny looking up the inside. This kink to the right, which now means it's going around the outside at 35R hairpin. Coming downhill now, still side by side. Oh, this is great stuff, but Vinny's got the inside line here for this little kink to the right. But CJW bravely goes around the outside. Vinny's slingshotting back underneath. Oh, the GTR, fantastic driving there from Vinny. but it's just allowed the other McLaren, sorry, yeah, Mercedes, I'll get it right one of these days, to come up the inside of Richie, but no, CJW's held his lines. Oh, Vinny nearly bins it, but Vinny's just got the lead now. Let's go back to the variable one. Can I go to the other? No, it's not letting me go to cockpit view, so this is going to be it. So Vinny's, that's taken about 5 corners to sort this squabble out, and they still haven't quite dealt with it yet. Vinny's now got the GTR in front, and he's holding the 2 Mercedes boys up a little bit. They're squabbling themselves down, the Mercedes boys. The CJW still in second, with the Richie in third. Oh, this is all looking a bit tasty because the LFC in the Beamer is following the 2 Mercedes. Oh, he's dropped back to 5th now because Fabuki's gone up to 4th in the Porsche. Nice livery on Fabuki's Porsche there. Anime inspired. There we go. Coming down the hill now to this horrible hairpin again. Oh, LFC nearly hits his teammate. But Fabuki's got the inside line. Rich has been pushed back again. Just check my audio. Yeah, it's all okay. Good. So Fabuki now up into 3rd place with Vinny in 1st. There's Vinny in the GTR. CJW in the Mercedes in 2nd. With Fabuki in the Porsche in 3rd, but Richie's now losing spaces again to the Dark Clark. Dark Clark in the Beamer's cut up through now. It's good clean racing in Team PlayStation, it looks like, in that Beamer. Ooh! Richie gets Larry on that exit at that corner. Spins up the rear wheels and puts it on the grass. Just saw a little bit of action back here. No, that's all kept it clean, I thought. Mental Nev was looking. Perhaps not, so we go back up front. Vinny in the GTRs now starting to get a little bit of a gap between himself and CJW Racing there in 2nd, and Fabuki's lost 3rd place now to Dark Clark. It's gone around the outside. Great driving there from Dark Clark. Oh, someone's on a couple of wheels on the grass. That was LFC. They're all cleaning through. It's a dangerous corner. It's very easy to hit the white and the grass and lose the rear end of the car, but everyone's cleaning through. Mental Nerve in 8th, Fat Pickles 9th. So let's go through the fields from Vinny in 1st place, coming down the start finish straight. Here's Vinny in 1st, CJW 2nd, Dark Clark 3rd, Fabuki 4th, the Richie in 5th, LFC in 6th, Macreeda in 7th, Mental Nerve in 8th, Fat Pickles in 9th, Shell Shock here in 10th in another Porsche, Hayes 91, battling with Mutt back here for 11th and 12th in the Mustangs. Poor old Aaron, total rose. Let's have a look how far off the pace is Aaron. It's a nightmare. 7 seconds off the pace. Hopefully he can close the gap. Dark Clark's done the fastest lap, and you can see here Dark Clark side by side here with CJW Racing, looking up the inside, coming down to this hairpin, but it's just allowed Fabuki to nibble around the outside of these squabbling drivers. Oh, there was a little bit of contact there. I thought the Beamer just touched the front end of the Porsche, but no, Vinny's still out in front. He's got a 0.69 lead now. It's not exactly stretching the lead because these boys are squabbling. As you can see CJW there going up the inside, being a little bit defensive. You can see the Dark Clark has got up the inside of the Mercedes. Oh, Chris has been hung out to dry around the outside. Great driving there for the Dark Clark 92. It's finally got past the 2 Mercedes. Oh, it's not just Mercedes, it's also Fabuki there in the Porsche. So can the Dark Clark now catch up to Vinny in 1st place? In the meantime, here's Fabuki and CJW fighting for 3rd position. Look at the tyre wear of these guys as well. It looks like they're all on racing mediums. You can see the Mercedes is already starting to show wear on the front right there from CJW. Big heavy car Mercedes. Got a lot of grunt, that's for sure, but Not sure how good the tyre wear is going to last. Oh, it looks like Dark Clock's looking to make a move here on Vinny, and he does. He's gone to the lead. Dark Clock's on racing soft tyres. So that's why he's found a way through the field. You've got the Mercedes cars. Oh, and into the pits comes Fubuki. So Fubuki, come on, let me go to Fubuki. Is he going to open the Fubuki? Here we go. So Fubuki's into the pits. He was on racing mediums. Seems like a fairly early pit stop. I know they've got to change the compound of the tyres. And Aaron's come in as well. So what's Fubuki changing his tyres to? He's gone to racing softs straight away. He's got through the mediums. Stint on the mediums and back onto racing softs. So in the meantime, here we go, Vinny, he is on racing mediums, is looking to find a way back past Dark Clock for the lead as I look for a cushion to rest my head on. Now they're starting to get a little bit of gap going here, these two. Vinny is 1.4 seconds ahead of CJW, the two Mercedes. I wonder if the Beamer of LFC, he's on racing mediums, can make an impression. Also, Mental Nev's got up from 8th up to 6th now. He's got past Macreeda. Mental Nev, he's on racing medium tyres, side by side with LFC through the S-bends. And he's made it stick. Great driving there for Mental Nev. And it's long left-hand turn now. You can't quite floor it all the way around. You just have to lift halfway through, but getting that right pays dividends down for this nice run down to the hairpin there. Oh, there's contact there from LFC. It looked like LFC gave Macreeda a little nudge, knocked him out. Fortunately, Macreeda didn't bin it too far into the wall. Although maybe it looks like Macreeda just took evasive action there from LFC. Got the braking slightly wrong, perhaps. Not quite sure. So we go back up front then. Dark Clock now, he's got a 0.7 second lead over Vinny in the GTR. Coming down to the last hairpin, the 50R I think it's called, this hairpin. Duff Beer sponsored GTR there from Vinny. So they're both going past the start finish line again. No one's coming into the pits just yet. Yep, Liner Stern, CJW's dragging his teammate along the Richie. I wonder if the Richie's going to try and dive out here into turn 1. No, team Mercedes working together because they've got Mental Nev now really close up behind Richie. CJW taking a wide line. Richie taking an inside line, and they're literally a roadblock in the way. Two Mercedes there stopping their Mental Nev and a Toyota Supra, finding a way past. So you can see LFC is now joining the party, up to 135R. It's got up the inside of Menno, it's past Mental Nev, but they're literally still, the McLarens are like on a formation lap. Mercedes, sorry, on a formation lap. They literally are blocking the way for everyone to try and find a way past. Everyone's keeping it nice and clean here. Oh, looks like Mental Nev's found a way through. He's just got up side by side with CJW. But no, he can't get around the outside there. He's been pushed off onto the red tiles. They're side by side with CJW. But he's given Mental Nev a penalty. I was going to say he went very wide. I'm surprised Nev didn't get a penalty, but he has. Been given a half-second penalty. I'm not sure what the rules are for the Infinity League's penalty system. How soon they have to get. Oh, who's that in there? That looked like a Shell Shock. Yeah, Shell Shock getting very leery there in a Porsche. Back here. It's all good though. Everyone's cleanly through. Ooh. LFC seems to have got that slightly wrong. CJW now has drifted back to 5th, still fighting with LFC. So let's go back up front, just make sure everything's still as it was. Yeah, here we go. So Dark Clark in the Beamer are racing soft tyres. So he's obviously going to be making an earlier pit stop than some of the other boys behind him. He's got a 2.2 second lead over Vinny in racing mediums, and then we've got the squabbling group of drivers. The Richie here in third. Seeing anyone going into the pits? Nope, everyone's staying out. It looks like. Yep, everyone's stayed out. The shell shock's got up. Let's go back here. Sorry for flicking shell shock up. The inside of Fat Pickles, bringing McCreeder, and LFC's dropped back to 9th now. A little mistake there from LFC somewhere. Oh, it's Fat Pickles nearly bins the Toyota. Then his heart must have been in his mouth for Fat Pickles. He was fully on the grass. Nearly slamming his arse as here comes. Oh, that's what I wanted to view. McCreeder's found a way now past LFC. It's all very tight here. Tiniest little mistake from someone, you can lose quite a lot of places. But it looks like it's all as you were so far at the moment. Dark Clark still out in front. Vinny still in second. Mental Nev has got past the Richie, so I'm not sure how the penalty system works, but it's you can still have it to overtake, obviously. But Nev's finally got the Toyota Supra in front of the Mercedes. So Mercedes now 4th and 5th here. Boys trying to squabble and parade lap side by side around the circuit. Didn't quite work for them. Shell Shock now got up to 6th place. He was started quite a way back. McCreeder and LFC looking up the inside here. McCreeder into the hairpin to the right. Oh, there's been a bit bumping and barging as they're all trying to find a space under braking. It's all good so far. So McCreedy slots in behind. McCreeder even. I say McCreedy. I remember this McCreedy. Yeah, I used to do commentary for you in MRC, and the reason I say McCreedy is from the film The Thing. And I could never. Whenever I see McCree, I just want to say McCreedy rather than McCreeder. But so there you go. That's where it comes from. Nice to see you again. Anyway, mate. There's quite a lot of names here I recognise, to be honest. I don't recognise the leader though. Dark Clark racing softs. He is stretching his lead now. 4.0 seconds ahead of Vinny. Look like someone's dived into the pits. Vinny, I know. I've not raced with Vinny though in the series. Anyway, the Richie. I'm thinking of bottom with Rick Mail and Richie from that. Mental Nev 4th. Shell Shock's up to 5th. Where's CJW? There's CJW. I thought he'd lost it somewhere. No, CJW. McLaren, Mercedes. For goodness sake, get it right one of these days. Sounds beautiful, that deep, throaty engine that it's got. LFC was up at about 4th place, dropped back to 7th. Fat Pickles in 8th now, with Mutt in 9th. So who was it who's dropped into the pits? It's Fabuki. Oh no, it's not Fabuki. Fabuki's had an issue somewhere. Fabuki. Oh, he did come into the pits, didn't he? He's on racing softs now. So Hayes 91 here in 11th. Battling with Total Roses. Aaron takes him up the inside there. Aaron on racing softs now. He's made a pit stop. Hayes 91 also on racing softs. So Aaron slowly made his way back through the field. Nice Hatsune. Is that Hatsune you making on your bonnet there, Aaron? Not quite sure. Hayes 91 is Darren, I believe. Race with you, mate. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you with Punt Hub all over your adorning over your Mustang. It was McCreeder who's pitted. That's who dived into the pits a little while ago. And at the moment it's Fabuki who's got the fastest lap. Just check the live timings. Who's on a 2:26.172, which is nearly a whole second. It's a whole second quicker than the Dark Clerk, the race leader. So is the Dark Clerk coming into pits? Nope, staying out again. Still Dark Clerk in first, Vinny in second, Mental Nev hanging on to third, but Richie is right there with him, and so Shell Shock. Nice battle going on here for third, fourth and fifth. CJW's dropped off the pace of this little group. And six will go back to here. On board with the Richie. Oh, he's been properly harassed here by that Porsche. Mental Nev is just starting to ease away in that Toyota Supra, but Richie is starting to be properly harassed by the Porsche, although he can't do much about it at the moment. Can Shell Shock. Tidy line from everyone here. Long left. Coming down the hill now. On board the Shell Shock. The outbreak, the Mercedes. Oh, McLaren. Oh, Mercedes got it right the first time that time. Oh dear. No, the big wide Mercedes holds off Shell Shock. So in the meantime, CJW can't join this party. LFC's still in seventh with Fabuki. Trying to figure out what happened to Fabuki, because I thought he was further outfield, unless he's pitted. Oh, the Porsche looking a little bit low. He then got up the inside. He does make a move up the inside. Nice move there from Fabuki. Gleany through, very brave as well, up the inside of LFC. In the meantime, you can see if Fat Pickles is now side by side with Mutt. He's got back up to 9th place. There's Mutt and the Mustang back into 10th. Totoro is still hanging on to 11th place with Hayes 91 behind him. Oh, he gets the braking wrong. No, is the Mustang going to be able to undercut? No, he's not. McCreed is now. Oh, he already pitted as well. He's 38 seconds off the pace. He wasn't that far away. So the lead guys now, we're coming up to halfway. Must be starting to think of a pit stop. So while we just watch the Dark Clerk, I just have my first drinks break. So I don't know if you saw it, but the Mercedes team both pitted on the same lap. Just make sure everyone can hear me still on my audio. So I don't know if you saw it. Yeah, it's all good still. Good. Right then, so as you can see here, Dark Clerk is in first place, but his front right is obviously suffering quite a lot. Oh, in the meantime, Vinny looks like he's made a mistake. Missed that in the drinks break. So Mental Nev's now got up to second in the Toyota. Neither of these two look like they've pitted, so over halfway now. Some point will be coming in. As you can see, the Mercedes are missing because they both pitted at the same time, so they were both on racing mediums at the time. A bit of a gap, so we've got the one Porsche here in fourth, another Porsche here in fifth, LFC in the second, Beamer here in sixth, Fat Pickles and Mutt here in seventh and eighth. Let's have a quick look at this. Mutt, we're going to get a run on Fat Pickles down to the hairpin. Just looking up the inside, he's thinking about it. But Fat Pickles, oh, he's drifted a little bit wide in the Supra. Can't quite get past. So Totoro is now up to 9th place. He's made a pit stop on racing softs. You can see here comes the rest of the boys. Hayes 91 in 10th, and here's the Mercedes boys on racing soft tyres. So the charge is on. 30 seconds behind the lead at the moment. Obviously the guys in front have still got to make pit stops. Gap between CJW and McCreeder is 6.3, so we'll see what happens. Oh, here we go. So the race lead is into the pits. We'll stick with this to see where he comes out, whether he's going to, and so's Vinny, so's Mental Nev. They're all coming into the pits now. 17 minutes to go. So we know that the Mercedes boys have pitted the lap before, and there was about a 6 second difference between CJW and... Oh no, here we go. That's what the viewer wanted. The Dark Clock is back out in 3rd place. Where's the Mercedes boys? Here comes the Mercedes boys. So they're still in 5th. Mental Nev's just come out in front of Hayes 91, who's got it a little bit leery there. Vinny's in 8th place now. CJW is in 9th. So everything's sort of up in the air as we're shuffling about at the moment. Going through the field, Fat Pickles pitted, LFC's pitted, McCreeder's pitted a little bit earlier than everyone else. So at the moment, Fabuki's out in the lead. He's on racing softs. It doesn't look like he's had much tyre wear. He's 6.3 seconds ahead of Mutt in 2nd place. Now, I don't think Mutt's pitted at all because he's still on racing mediums. So we'll get the set of pit stops out of the way and done and dusted. And figure out how the shuffling has altered the field. You can see the map there at the top right. Every car is still within about a quarter of the lap of each other. There's a big stream of cars. There's Fabuki starting to go up the hill after the hairpin. Here comes Mutt out of that slow right hairpin. The Dark Clock, who was leading, is just going around the hairpin, and then comes the rest of the field. Here's Toro's in 4th, Rarici 5th, Mental Nev 6th, Vinny in 7th, Hayes 91 in 8th. CJW probably wanting to get past Hayes 91 as soon as possible. Probably being held up. I'm pretty sure Hayes 91 has still got a pit. So the Mercedes is going to be frustrated. So you can see it, Chris is trying to fight to get past the Mustang. As Fabuki's coming to the pits, so just stay around here. He's 91. Oh, gets that slightly wrong. Turns in. It looked like there's a bit of lag going on as well then, to be honest. It's just slowed this group up. As Shell Shock's now looking to get up the inside of CJW, and he does. So Hayes 91 struggling mightily in the Mustang. Surely he's got to come into the pits. Hayes 91. I'm not sure if he's gone into the pits. Let's have a look. Yep, he is. Hayes 91 has come into the pits. So held up CJW bit. So once these pit stops have all been done and dusted, it looks like the Dark Clock now still kept his lead. But he's now only 3.6 seconds ahead. He was 4 seconds ahead of Vinny at one point, but he's now only 3.6 seconds ahead of the Ritchie, and then Mental Nev is up into 3rd on racing softs. But the Dark Clock is on racing medium, so it's going to be interesting to see whether the Ritchie and Mental Nev can pull that time down on superior tyres with the racing softs here. 2nd and 3rd. Catch the gap. We could be in for a grandstand finish. And don't count out Vinny. Vinny's also on racing softs. He's got the pace in the GTR. He's only 2 seconds behind Mental Nev. Fabuki on racing softs as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these 5 can they concertina and close the gap. Poor old CJW probably got held up by Hayes 91. It's just shuffled him to the lower half of the pack now, where the rest of the boys are squabbling. He's still trying to hang on to 6th place. Of Shell Shocked, very fast Porsche going very deep in the braking zone on the marbles there on the outside of that corner, looking to come back up the hill. Shell Shock find a way past CJW. CJW going defensive on the inside of that 35R hairpin. Nice and tidy, everyone. The engine popping sounds lovely. Here in Kyoto. Nope, found a way past. Yeah, Shell Shock. CJW still doing ever so well. Oh, looks like Shell Shock's getting very close now. It's 0.171 of a second. It's right in the tailpipes of CJW. He's got a beautiful positioning. Can he out-drag the Mercedes down the start-finish straight? It's going to be interesting to see as here they come. Mercedes versus Porsche, two German constructors. Is he going to try and dive out to turn one? No, he's not managed to do it there. He's cut up the inside here of turn one. It looks like CJW's gone ever so slightly wide. And there, great move there from Shell Shock. Cleanly through before the S's. This really exciting, flat out section of the track where you go up the hill and hold on for dear life as CJW goes up the inside of Shell Shock here. Long left-hand turn. Shell Shock going to hang it out on the edge. He is just about on the rumble strip. And you can see behind, here comes Fat Pickles as well. He can smell some places in front of him. He's caught this group. I said they were going to start to concertina up. The Supra even had a little nibble there on the back end of CJW's Mercedes, and now CJW's got to worry about Fat Pickles behind him. I need to blow my nose, just bear with me a second. Here we go now, so Fat Pickles side by side with CJW for 7th. CJW's got the inside line. So anyway, I don't want to stick too much here because I want to see what's going on up front. It looks like, here we go, yes. So the gap was 3.6 seconds. It's now down to 1.3. And Richie and Mental Never, this train of cars now right behind each other, have caught up with 10 minutes to go. They are closing in on the race leader. Who's your money on? Dark Clark, the Richie or Mental Nev? Then there's a bit of a gap between them and Fubuki and Vinny. There's a Vinny, I think, has been caught by Fubuki. Vinny was 44. I might have got that wrong. Fubuki's got that Porsche in front of Vinny's GTR. And then there's that gap between Shell Shock. CJW still being harassed here from Fat Pickles, and LFC's joined the party as well. Oh, it's all gathering nicely, a gathering storm of different tactics, different speeds, different tyre compounds. LFC, he was up in the group before, is now behind this train. Bit of a gap now between CJW and Shell Shock. Here we go then. So Fat Pickles is trying to make a move on CJW. CJW go defensive. Just allow Fat Pickles. Oh, he's going to go wide. He might lose his spot to LFC. Going to come down to this heavy braking zone now. This hairpin. Looks like this is exciting. Fat Pickles goes defensive. LFC is trying to go on the outside. And now these two squabbling will just maybe allow CJW just to pull away ever so slightly. It's all good and clean. Great stuff here from these boys, I have to say. Just allowing Shell Shock to get putting the best sector time for himself there, here in 6th. Right, so while we've got 8 minutes to go, I'll run through the entire field as they are while I quickly can before anything changes too much. Or I might not get a chance because the Dark Clock has finally been caught by the Richie, who's thinking about undercutting here. This mid-track hairpin coming up the hill. Richie, I think it's just a matter of time. He's caught him quicker than I thought he would. Oh, Richie side by side with the Dark Clark. 35R hairpin coming up the top of the hill. A little bit of nudging and bumping and just letting him know he's there. Richie is on soft tyres. He's right in the back seat of that Beamer in front. Got to be careful he doesn't bunt anyone off. They're both cleanly through. I'm pretty sure Mental Nev's sitting there waiting for these two to stop squabbling and he can maybe pick up the pieces. Nev and a Toyota. So, Beamer versus McLaren coming down the start-finish straight. 7 minutes to go. Oh, Dark Clock still hanging on the inside. The lead is changing. Here comes Nev, sniffing a chance of getting into the lead. As the Richie is all over the back of that Beamer, just can't find a way through. Just not managing to do it just yet. The Beamer's still got great straight line speed. But as you can see, Mental Nev's following this group. The Richie's got up the inside. Is he going to try and make a move here? He is. They're both keeping it clean, side by side. No one's been pushed out, and the Richie's finally in front. Coming down now to the hairpin. I kind of feel like this is the time. If Dark Clock can't make a move here, he's going to start drifting back. Oh, look like the Richie got a lock up then. He did get a lock up. It's just now Mental Nev is past the Dark Clock. Oh, disaster. Well, it's not disaster for the Dark Clock, but he's losing track now, and you can see he's already been caught by Fubuki as well. So there's the top 4 drivers within 1.2 seconds of each other. With 6 minutes to go, he's just setting himself up for a grandstand finish. It looks like Fubuki could take the Dark Clock as well. Dark Clock's going to lose 3 positions in 1 lap. He's gone from leader to out off the podiums now. Fubuki's going around, trying to go around the outside. He's got racing softs, got better grip. He's now going to have the inside line coming up the hill. He's still side by side. So Fubuki's up through to 3rd place for the last podium position. Can Fubuki catch up to Mental Nev and the Richie up in front? Great driving here from everyone else. Let's have a quick look at the fastest lap time. Has been done by Fubuki. Yeah, Fubuki's on done a 2:25. So the fastest guy on the track is here in 3rd place and nearly into the wall at the same moment. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drivers all line astern. 5 minutes to go, coming down the main straight. Richie, 4th minutes 52. 2 laps left. So it could be about 2 laps. Here comes the Richie. Round his first corner, coming to this section here. These are the top 3 drivers. So I'll quickly run through where people are at the moment just before we carry on. So Fubuki 3rd, Dark Clock 4th, Vinny is in 5th, and then there's a gap between them and Shell Shock in 6th place. Fat Pickles is in 7th, LFC is in 8th. He's got past CJW Racing here in 9th. Mutt is in 10th. Macreeda is in 11th. Torres is in 12th, and Hayes 91 dropped off somehow in 13th position. Go back up front. Here we go. Mental Nev. It's up the inside for the lead. It's a great place to try and overtake, but then when you do get the racing line, you're then on the wrong side of the track for the next corner. And as you can see, it's just enough for Fubuki. Up the inside with side by side with Mental Nev. Oh, this is great stuff. Fubuki, he's still side by side with Mental Nev, coming into the long left-hand turn. Fubuki's up to 2nd. This is setting itself up for a grandstand finish. 1, 2, and 3. What's Fubuki looking up the inside? He gets the inside line on the Richie. So Fubuki's back up to he's up to 1st. What a fantastic move and a great couple of laps Fubuki's had. He's the fastest man on the track. 3 minutes to go. There's going to be 1 lap after this, I'm pretty sure. Richie looking to fight straight back on Fubuki. Can't quite make it stick there though. Fubuki's already, no, it's only a little bit, but it seems an awful big space. 0.3 of a second as he goes through that horrible left-right kink. He's hung the rear end of that Porsche a couple of times. I hope he doesn't do it one time too often. But here we go, down the start-finish straight. So Fubuki's already got to a 0.4 second lead. Can the Mercedes close up? It's 0.3, 0.2. He's closing. 2 minutes 23 to go. This will be the last lap. 1, 2 and 3 in your picture on your screen right now. The tyre wear of the front right of that Mercedes looks like it's the worst. Yep. Suffering the worst. In the meantime, the dark clouds drop back to 4th. Vinny's not quite there to make to catch them up. Shell Shock is in 6th. Fat Pickles is on his own in 7th. LFC is in 8th. CJW is falling behind now in 9th. Martin's in 10th, catching CJW as well. Macreeda and Total Rose battling for 11th and 12th. We'll come back to that, but we need to get back up front just to make sure everything's going on as it should up here. So here we go. Fubuki's already got a 0.9 second lead. But these two are still squabbling. We've still got Mental Nev harassing the Richie for second place. Richie's starting to suffer, I think, on his front right, and that's going to come up. Like, for example, this next corner coming up, this long right hand. Here we go, Mental Nev looking up the inside. Oh, nice block there from the Richie. I'm wondering if Mental Nev's got a superior grip. He hasn't quite got the grunt, though, it doesn't appear, of the Mercedes. Is he going to try and outbrake him into this hairpin? No, he can't do it there. Oh, but there you go, the Richie, the rear end of that Mercedes drifted out then. Really suffering on the grip. Mental Nev couldn't quite make a move. 39 seconds to go. At the moment, Fubuki now has got a comfortable 1.2 second lead. Stretching that out as the train of cars comes behind him. So this will be the last lap. 25 seconds to go, I'm pretty sure. So Fubuki now coming down the start, the back. Last straight for the last corner. 14 seconds. So it looks like Fubuki is going to win here at Kyoto, Yamagawa, whatever. 3, 2, 1. Crosses the line for the win with the Richie in second place, Mental Nev in 3rd, the Dark Clark 4th, Vinny's in 5th, Shell Shock will be in 6th place, Fat Pickles in 7th, LFC in 8th, CJW in 9th, Mutt in 10th, and Aaron's managed to keep the McLaren. He had a appalling start, but he's managed to get it back up to salvage some points. He's nearly out of fuel as well. He's going to finish in 11th with Macreeda in 12th. The Hayes 91 running on fumes back here in 13th. And brake turn, smashes the car. Does he damage it? Yes, he damages it. He doesn't even manage to get it past the line as well. So it's just going to allow Fubuki to go around on a parade lap, waving to the crowds, cruising around now. Thanking his sponsors, probably telling everyone how he's proud of the team. Blah, 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 when he's the one that's done all the work. Blah, 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 on the track. Blah, blah, blah. You know how it goes. Still not even got halfway, I don't think, of the circuit. He's cruising. Great drive from Fubuki though. I can't remember exactly where he started on the grid, but to see from the lap times he was the quickest on the circuit, and it paid near the end. The superior grip got him through. Had to fight his way through the last 4 drivers to get to the front. Got out into the lead, and as soon as he was in the lead, managed to get about 1.4 seconds ahead of the Richie and Mental Nev. Coming around to the last section of the track. Horrible little kink. He's not going into hammering at it, kept doing that in the race, hanging the rear wheels of that Porsche out onto the grass. Round the corner for the last time. He's not going to run out of fuel, thankfully, which could have been interesting. The only person to do the final lap and you run out of fuel, and takes it for the win. The checker flag goes to Fubuki. Great drive there. And there we have the official results. Congratulations, race 10 positions. Yeah, I thought he was about 6, but it was obviously even further back. Well done, Fubuki. So that's race 1 of the evening done. Be back shortly, maybe for the next race after that.